One of the very first jobs that I got hired onto was as a production assistant on a commercial for the art department. Production assistant, PA, kind of the lowest person on the production totem pole, and their job can be lots of different things. Sometimes you're making photocopies, sometimes you're making runs, sometimes you're bringing things to different people's offices. First day was in the office production. I was making photocopies, went pretty smoothly. The second day was on location, and the first thing they had me do that day was I had to make a run. I had to go to an auto parts store to pick up something related to a car. I think it was like either spinners that go on wheels or maybe some lighting effects under a car. Either way, I was really excited, and I left the production trailer, got into my car and drove away, and realized I didn't get the map that they had given me. How hard could it be? I forget what boulevard it was on. It was like on Hollywood or La Brea, one of these streets that are like, oh, I'll find it. If you're new to an area, I do not recommend getting into your car before the invention of the iPhone without a Thomas guide or a map of where you're going, and then just start driving. What I should have done now, knowing years later, is I should have turned around and said, I forgot the map. And they would have said, oh, okay, don't worry, happens to everybody. Here you go, here's the map. What this day turned into, my first task of the day was supposed to be to go to the auto store. I'm sure they had other things they want me to do. The first thing was I was supposed to go to the auto store, and I never even got there. My day lasted from sun up, arriving on set, to sundown, and I never got to the place I was supposed to get to. I drove all over Hollywood. I drove as far south as Inglewood looking for this stupid auto show. I don't even know why I drove that far. Maybe it's down La Brea. I'll just keep driving. I must have driven south down La Brea all the way down to where it ends at Inglewood, past like the oil fields. And then I drove north again, and I went as far west as Santa Monica, all going in the wrong direction. The shoot wrapped. They were done. I never made it back to set. Never worked in the art department again. But what also that experience has always given me is empathy and understanding for people who are just starting off in the industry. I always think about when I'm meeting someone for the first time who is working on a project, who might be a production assistant, who's kind of low down on the food chain. I always try to treat those people with respect, because I know what it's like to be the person who doesn't know anything on a set, who gets so lost that you don't even make it back to the set while the crew is still there.
Have you since found the Pep Boys you're supposed to go to?
I probably have driven past it just doing puppet shows and stuff.
Well, it sounds like you drove past it that first time too.